Friends, I've always wondered to myself why Moses divided the Red Sea into two parts. In other words, there was a left wall of water and there was a right wall of water, and between which the children of Israel passed through on dry ground. I wondered if there was a special meaning to this, because it was this entry that allowed the children of Israel completely to be safe. Pharaoh and his army was chasing after them, and they were saved only after they had crossed that river Jordan. So I'm wondering why. Moses is a special man. He's like a Messiah. He was in touch with God. And because of his connection with God, he was able to divide the Red Sea into two parts, the left and the right. Not everyone can do that, but Moses could. A very strong wind blew in between the waters so that the waters divide, so that between the two walls of water, the children of Israel could cross between them. Well, you may say it's a magic show. Well, you may say it's just a story, but no, there is a hidden meaning to this. You see, it is very important that for there to be an escape point, there has to be a division between the two opposites. For there to be an escape point, there has to be a left and a right, a duality. And the children of Israel must go between that duality. You cannot be either the left, neither can you be the right. You have to be in between. So that right there in between, there is a dry land where you can cross. The enemies of your life have no match over this. Pharaoh could not cross over that dry land. Because when he tried to cross over the dry land, the wind stopped, and then they were all drowned. And what I've just said has awesome implication. You cannot be on the right, neither can you be on the left. You have to be in between. You cannot say I'm correct and you're wrong. You cannot say that he's on the right path and I'm on the wrong path. There's no such thing as a right path or a wrong path. There's no such thing whatsoever. The truth is that you have to be in between, the implications of which is awesome. The same thing is happening on the Day of Atonement. I'm drawing for you the left angel, and soon I'll be drawing the right angel. But between the two cherubims, God is speaking in between. And on the Day of Atonement, the high priest were to approach God. And interestingly, God is in between the two cherubims. And the high priest will carry with him two goats. One goat is to be slain, but the other goat is to be kept alive, but in land where there is no one. And which is to be chosen for which is decided by lot. In other words, the slain goat is no better than the wandering goat. And the children of Israel will not atone because of the lambs, but rather because the high priest spoke to the one in between. So you see, the magic of life is the in-between approach. If you take the right approach, you are wrong. If you take the left approach, you can't be right. There is no better approach. The secret of life is the in-between. And I've always asked you, and I've always urged my readers to go into the one presence, to speak to the place at the one center. This is the beginning of all things. This is where everything begins. This is your escape point. This is eternal life.